Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Gets it out fast. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. You can't help but think back to last year, Jesse, when Oklahoma figured out a way to win that close game.
And Reese, Texas has been reminded every day this past year about losing that game close, too. So you knew, David, coming out in this one, they were going to be amped up and ready to win.
And you know the juices are flowing early in the game. Like, this is not a friendly rivalry. OU doesn't like Texas. Texas doesn't like OU.
Handoff to the single running back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball with Norman Oakland.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Unleashes it. Snags it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Running the option, it's Arnold. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. It's working from the pistol. On the run, it's Baxter. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And the Longhorns are in the hurry up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll try it again. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking downfield, it's Ewers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads it left. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Using the quick game.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Longhorns are on the move. Gets it out quickly. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Bond. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. He's got him this time. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Longhorns trying to cash it in on first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma 7, Texas 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. And he's wrestled to the ground.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Ewers. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Burks. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It gets you to run upfield, rush the passer, slip it behind you. The defense did not bite. Great play. Great job stopping him on 3rd down.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. The 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle of field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded and get the big passing touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle is made after the 1st down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
To the air, it's Arnold. Zings it complete to the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on, hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in.
Going for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question when the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, now
Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab down the left side. Off he goes. Touchdown Sooners! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his spot. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse this. Oh, he wants it all. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fight, and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the... Going to take a shot at this DB. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Texas offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many.
Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Texas.
Coming out with it, it's Burks. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking to throw, it's Arnold. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll go to the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Time to take a shot. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback will audible. Wants to pass. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's golden. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Looking for a man. It's Ewers. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Longhorns in the hurry up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Feeling some heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28. Texas.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. DBs will back off a bit. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage, putting points on the board.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Texas.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air. It's Arnold. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got his man on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Sooners are flying down the field. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Sooners.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Runs through a tackle. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 49, Oklahoma 35.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass. It's Ewers. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Gonna take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
From the gun, running back on the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Back to throw. It's Ewers. Fires to the middle. Finds the tight end down the gut. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Oh, it's out! The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Open runway ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moore. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Arnold. Going downfield for the big play. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Pulls and fires complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the 1st down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He'll start this drive firing. He's got the back in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. To the air, it's Arnold. Looking to scramble. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He's not afraid to go deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Dropping back, it's Arnold. Fires to the end zone. And he throws another interception. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook 'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the Red River rivalry.
It may not be a crown, but it's a hat, and it is golden. In this latest edition of the Red River rivalry, it goes to Texas. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Until next time, that'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College Football.